What's up, tribe? Excuse me, how you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be Empire, Season 5, Episode 3. So look, this episode didn't really give me a lot. I guess they setting us up. They giving us laying some foundation for some things. So let's just run through it. So Andre's not coming home. Lucius goes up to the jail to pick Andre up. Come to find out he's in the hole because of the fight last week. But there was a method to Andre's madness, which I knew there was a plan. I just wasn't sure what the plan was last week because I was like, that didn't even make sense. Like, it seemed incomplete. Like, it just didn't make sense. So let's take care of Andre. Let's get him out the way. So Andre's in the hole, all right? And the dude that he was trying to get at keeps coming through there and threatening him, and Andre's like, look, I ain't got but a few more. It just added a few more days. I'm good. Like, I'm Gucci. And he was like, that was a real stupid move. You came for me and missed. He was like, that could cost you. And Andre is just so not bothered. Like, he's sitting in the hole and he like, whatever. Like, he's like, I can just do this. So what happens is we see him flashing back and come to find out this dude came for Dre when he first got to jail. Dre had to prove himself and prove that, he wasn't no punk, no rich boy punk type shit. And they basically came up with a truce. You stay on your side, I stay on my side. But the situation with this little boy that he keeps bullying was really bothering Dre. He reached out to him. He befriended the little boy. Come to find out, this little boy is a genius. Like, he probably would have been at Harvard had he not got caught up in this court case, which, of course, he said he didn't do. He's innocent. He said a woman got jacked. They said I fit the description. Next thing I know, I'm here doing 5 years. So I'm not sure if he took a plea deal or he was found guilty or what. We see a flashback where his mother comes to visit him, and Andre tries to reach out to the boy, and the mother's like, no, thank you, And she tells him, look, you don't take nothing from none of these people. We're going to get you out of here. We working on it. So come to find out, so Andre's, this may be day 3, day 4. His boy comes through, and Andre tells him it's time. So what happens is they end up killing old boy. The guard let him do it. He's staying by, no big deal. And that was the plan all along. The plan was for old boy to die, but Andre not be the suspect. And he got an ironclad alibi because what? He was sitting in the hole when the whole thing went down. So he about to head on home, and he took care of the bully and make sure that little boy gonna be all right. He sent a message on his way out the door to the little boy, to the other bullies, like, look, they took the chain off the bully. And Andre was like, yeah, make sure his disciples get that. Basically as a message like, yeah, I did that to your man. And, you just staying down type shit. Jail shit. So that's pretty much what happened with Andre. And then at the end, the mother came to see Andre to thank him. She was like, he told me that you did that. Of course, Andre ain't admit nothing because he don't know who she do. She could be wearing a wire or something. So he ain't really admit nothing. But you see that there was a little flirting going on there. And I don't know where that's going to go. But anyway, that's Andre. All right. Empire. Remember last week, Lucius made this grand gesture, this big statement, and he's trying to line up investors, and he is trying to get some space downtown. He done looked over Jamal and Hakeem's contract. He done found an out clause. Hakeem can get out now. Jamal just got to finish up his last album, and he can get out of it. Like, they, the way the contracts were written, there were some loopholes, and he found them. Cookie got her sisters and Portia on board to kind of work on the front end, get paid on the back end. Like, they're trying to put the whole thing together. And because, again, they're doing a management company, they're not trying to do music right now. Although music is in their blood, and we're going to get to, I'm sure they're going to get back to the music. But for right now, they're just looking for an end. They're just trying to, get all their ducks in a row. So, Becky, Becky, no, we'll get to Becky later. So, Hakeem and Jamal go to visit old boy, the head of the studio, the head of Empire. And they basically tell him they trying to get out their contract and tell him about the outlaws or whatever. And Hakeem, being Hakeem, is bragging because he was like, I don't understand that, y'all doing all this for your father. And they were like, dude, this is family. And we're going to stick with our family, and that is what it is. And then Hakeem, being Hakeem, starts bragging about, yeah, because, my father, he right down the street right now setting some things up for us, and we getting our money together. Like, he told them exactly what Lucius was doing. So, of course, old boy did what people like him do and tried to block everything. We'll get to that. So Hakeem, he told Hakeem, you damaged goods, you can go. No big deal. Boom, you out. And he told Jamal, when you give me my album, all right, cool, you can leave. And Jamal tried to say he ain't gonna give him no music, but dude was like, all right, then you just gonna be here forever. Like, either give me my music or you gonna be stuck here with me. Like, you make up your mind. So Hakeem has been having dreams, and of course he cannot perform the songs, but he's writing these songs, and they're really dark dreams about the shooting, and he's writing all these songs, and he's written a lot of songs, but he can't perform them. Like, he can't, his cadence, his breath, he just can't do it. So we see him go to the white boy. Look, y'all, I don't know, the names are just escaping me today, so I know that's not politically correct, but the white boy, the dude that he was in the shooting with, what's his name? I don't remember his name. And he gives him the song. He's like, look, you went through what I went through. We both went through the shooting or whatever. I can't do the song, but I know you'll do the song justice. And dude was like, what? Like, for real, Hakeem? Like, yo, man, thank you. I really appreciate that. Now we're going to go ahead and get him out the way. So at the end of the episode, we see him going through the lyrics, and he's babysitting Prince, Hakeem's baby. He at the park. Here come Hakeem's girlfriend and Bella, which is interesting. So she just got Bella now while Hakeem is out doing whatever the fuck Hakeem is doing. She got full custody of Bella. That's very interesting. And it's interesting because we know how much Hakeem loved his daughter, that now that he's sober and he getting himself together, it's just interesting that Bella is still with her full time. But we'll deal with that. I'm sure that's a storyline we'll get to later. I don't know. But she hears him talking about the shooting, like the song, and she says, I really wish Hakeem could do that. He really needs to get it out of paper. He really needs to deal with his emotions and get this out on paper. And do you know old boy didn't say, well, this is Hakeem's song and he is working on it and he is trying to process? He was like, yeah, you right. And he took full credit. Then he starts flirting with old girl. Old girl invite him over for dinner and he goes. That's going to be a problem because Hakeem going to kill his ass. For real. We already know. So Lucius meets with the investors. He takes them down to the office space that he's trying to rent out. And come to find out, shit, hold on. Sorry, y'all. I had the heater on. This weather, it goes up and down, up and down. Anyway, so he got his group of investors together, and they ain't really feeling it. You can tell they not really feeling it. They not really trying to hear what he's saying. They talking about, with your current money problems, you're a high risk, and your credit ain't good. And, Lucius was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, I've always made good on my investment, and I'm telling you right now that I'm gonna quadruple y'all profit in 2 years. When have I ever not made good? And he was like, well, it's a good thing that Andre isn't here because it wouldn't be good for us to be hanging out with known felons. Lucius was like, dude, you just got an ankle bracelet off off you 2 months ago for tax evasion. Like, for real? That's what we doing now? And it reminded me of, if y'all look at Real Housewives of Dallas, there's a character on there, Deandra. She's part of like the upper echelon of Dallas, but she's dealing with a situation where her business situation is messed up. And she said that she doesn't want word to get out because she said, one thing about rich people, she said rich people will forgive anything except for being poor. And that scene reminded me of when she said that on the episode. She was like, you could be a felon, you could be a crook, you could be this, you could be that, but don't be poor. And you will be locked out of society faster than you could blink. And that's exactly what they did to Lucius. It was like everything that had happened in the past doesn't matter. all they care about is right now, which most people do. But of course, Lucius, being Lucius, was like, so either, I'm offering y'all a good deal, take it or leave it. They were like, well, we're going to leave it. He was like, for real? Like, he didn't expect him to leave it. Jamal and his boyfriend having problems. Old boy left to go do a job over in Africa. Jamal was like, so you just gonna leave me like that? And he going with the dude that Jamal don't like. So of course Jamal is jealous. And so they having a little bit of beef, whatever. They having a little tiff. At the end of the episode, the boyfriend calls him from a little school in Africa and they singing You're So Beautiful and they make up and they all kissy kissy. I think the boyfriend about to die. I think he gonna get shot. Personally, because he over there, he's supposed to be going to like an area that's having a civil war, and they keep saying stuff like be safe, be safe, be safe. I feel like that's some foreshadowing, and I feel like his boyfriend is either going to be very seriously injured or he going to die. I mean, he cute and all, but whatever. Alright, so back to Empire. Empire, y'all know what this is starting to remind me of? Good Times. The TV show Good Times. Good Times, the beginning of the episode, everything's going right. By the end of the episode, everything done gone wrong. Beginning of the episode, James got a new job. By the end of the episode, James got fired. Beginning of the episode, Michael got a scholarship to the private school on the good side of town. By the end of the episode, they ran, his background and found out, that he lied on a test when he was in first grade and they withdrew the scholarship. I feel like that's what's happening with Empire. It seems like every time that you think they got out or you think they got something, that something's going to happen for them, everything gets blocked. So now, because Hakeem done kind of ran his mouth and the investors them dropped out, now Lucius can't rent the space. They were trying to have like a launch party. They can't do that. Cookie is getting really frustrated, and you see Cookie getting in her head a lot about some things. Come to find out, Cookie done set up a little nest egg for herself, she called it her safety net, where she bought a loft in Soho, which basically it's probably worth a couple of $1 million, and she put it aside at the time when she thought Lucius was really going to lose everything when he was messing with that Las Vegas situation. And her sister hooked it up for, Vivica Fox's character. And they talk about it or whatever. And she says, look, it's supposed to be, break glass in case of emergency. It's an emergency. So go ahead, put the loft on the market. We're going to have to sell it. Then we end up, Lucius' back is against the wall. So he goes to Thirsty. Come to find out, he really hadn't messed around. Thirsty got his own little practice, his little, ambulance chaser business going on, and he's doing pretty good. Like, Thirsty is thirsty. And Lucius goes to him and basically asks him to invest in the company and to bring his client list, so they could basically use his clients to try to invest in the company and get some revenue. And Thirsty is like, so this what we doing now? Like, I haven't heard from you in a year. You don't call. You pretty much kicked me to the curb or whatever. Now all of a sudden you need me. And it's like, yeah, come on over and bring your client list. And everything's supposed to just fall into place. And Lucius was like, come on, man. Like, how things were with us. Basically, he was like, look, we did a lot of fucking dirt together. And we needed to kind of cool out for a minute. He was like, but look, we putting the band back together. And I need you. I'm trying to get Becky. I need you on my team. So Thirsty comes through. So they end up having Lucius confronts the studio head dude and lets him know, look, you can come for me if you want to, but at the end of the day, I'm going to always prevail. And dude basically tells him, he was like, look, I'm just a businessman. Like, I don't like to lose, and I will, by any means necessary, ensure my victory. And so if that's how it is, then, throw down a gauntlet and let the games begin. That's pretty much where he's coming from. So they do end up having the party. They have the party at the house. They decide, look, we can't get a venue. We don't really have the money to invest. And we got this house right here. We'll do it here. So they have the event. Becky does end up coming. And it's a pretty successful event. Come to find out, Jamal had been working with Hakeem on changing his cadence a little bit and coming out of that dark place. He was like, look, you need to rap about something happy. He was like, the songs that you want to do that are talking about the shooting or that are in this dark place are triggering your PTSD. And if you could just change your cadence a little bit and rap about something happy or something silly, maybe, just maybe, it could work. Come to find out, it does. So Hakeem is rapping again, and he performed, which of course impressed the investors. Now these are like people who, sue insurance companies or have workman's comp cases. So these are not like the upper echelon that they're used to, with millions and millions of dollars. But at the end of the night, they get a good little nest egg that they said will help them get started. Well, Lucius is like, yes, see, I knew I could do it. Nobody can hold me down. Can't nobody stop Lucius' line. Da, da, da. And it was all me, 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 me. And Cookie was like, you mean us, right? Like, you mean we. Like, we did this. Us. And he was like, yeah, you know what I mean, girl. Yeah, you know. But you see, Cookie, you see the wheels are turning a little bit. So, at the end of the night, Becky was like, look, this was really nice. I'm really impressed with what you guys did. And Lucius was like, so, when you quitting? And Becky was like, I'm not quitting my job. What you talking about? And he was like, what you mean? I need you. She said, I'm not quitting my job. Like, I'm about to get a promotion and I'm not doing that. So Lucius is like, so he goes off on Becky, talking about this is what loyalty is about. She said, so I'm supposed to scrap my career for you? She said, you ain't never show me no loyalty. I made you. She said, no, you gave me a job as your assistant. And every opportunity you got, you passed over me. She said, every promotion I got, it didn't come from you. You didn't have nothing to do with where I am now. She was like, so when is this loyalty from that I'm supposed to give all of that up for you? And he was like, that's what it's about. That's what loyalty is about, is sacrificing for the next person. Like, he's going off. Cookie's listening to this, right? And again, you see the wheels are turning a little bit. And I'm not, excuse me, 100% sure what Cookie's thinking, but something is going on with her. Becky basically tells Lucius to kiss her ass, and she rolls out. The next day, we see Cookie tell her sister, you ain't sell the loft yet, did you? And her sister was like, well, no, I got some offers, but I haven't formally accepted anything. She said, take it off the market. And her sister just kind of looking at her like something going on. She said, nah, me and Lucius are ride or die, but now just isn't the right time. But her sisters are looking at her like, yeah, okay. So I don't have a prediction on that yet. I'm really not sure which way that's going, but it's something there that ain't sitting right with Cookie. Jamal takes the music, he takes some new music. He delivers his new music to the studio head, to the, head of the company. And dude was like, okay, this is great. Let's talk about some release dates. And Lucius was like, Jamal was like, sure, but just make sure that you get your accountant, because on every single one of those songs, there's a lions. So you're going to have to pay royalties. You're going to have to pay fees. So go ahead and get ready for the rest of your life. Those songs are going to make my family money. So dude was like, oh, we can just take the samples out. He was like, nope, check my contract. I have creative control over all of my music. You can't touch it. And with that, Jamal basically throws down a gauntlet and rolls out. So we see old boy get on the phone and call. He was like, set up that prison visit for me. So of course everybody assumes, well, at least when I say everybody, myself, we assume that he's going to go see Andre for whatever reason. Come to find out, though, he went to go see Felicia Rashad, and he's telling her, look, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we got some business to talk about. So that's where that ended. So, honey, it's about to be some shit going on. But that was pretty much the episode. Let me make sure I covered everything. I think I pretty much did, though. I pretty much covered everything. But old boy is playing with fire, because Hakeem don't play when it comes to his family and his woman. And yeah, he fucked up right now, but he know that they gonna work things out. But old boy better watch himself. He done stole Hakeem's song and he gonna steal his girl. It's about to be a problem. Andre, I'm not sure what's up with Andre. He's getting out of jail. But I'm not sure what's going on with that. And we still don't know who the fuck was in that casket. Now, they didn't do no flashbacks to the funeral on this episode. But I still think it's Andre in that casket. Anyway, we will check it out. We will see. Y'all let me know what y'all think in them comments. Peace.